Okay guys, so welcome to another exciting Python video from Pycoders Academy. My name is Faisal and I'm from Pycoders Academy. Okay, so you can subscribe to our videos for more videos on Python course. Okay. So in our previous video, we were looking at the built-in methods for dictionaries. Then today we'll be looking at the model. So previously we were looking at the methods we have in the dictionary data type, where we learned about the append method and so on. But today we'll be focusing on the models. So Python models. So what are models? Quickly, models are just Python files containing Python code. So let's say if you have a file which contains Python code, it becomes a model. So as I have here, I have a script here. So these files contain Python code, so it becomes models. Okay. So when we say models, we have two types. We have the built-in models and we have the user-defined model. So the built-in methods comes with the built-in modules comes with Python, so it's already installed, so pre-installed. We have examples like math, os, sys, taking time, random time. So in our subsequent video, maybe we'll be using one of these examples, but so you will understand what this means. But I will leave a link to these built-in models, how to use them in Python here and so on. So we go to the user defined models. So user defined models are just the models a user defines. So let's say I've created a Python file which contains a Python code. It just becomes the user defined models because it didn't come with Python. Okay, so simple. And we have something like packages. Okay, so you have models and you have packages. So packages are just folders which contain Python code. So let's say this folder, so you have a folder called script here, then this folder contain modules, so it contains these modules, so this becomes a package. So the script folder here becomes a package. So when you say a package is just a folder or directory which contain modules. Okay. So we know models now, we know the packages also. So let's learn how to let's say bring them. The main function of the models is just to reuse a code which has already been written in your current code. So let's say Python wrote math model, so it's already written, and I want to use, let's say, a symbol in the math model in my code. I will just bring it to my code by just using the import statement. Okay, so like this. So do import then the module name, so math. Okay, so this is a simple way to just bring what is in the math statement to your code, so math module to your code. So here I can do print. Let's say I want the let's say math.py. So I have something like this. Okay, so I want to get the pi symbol from the math model. So this math model contains those symbols, those pi, those e, which is exponent, and so on. So in calling them, we just use the dot. So this is the model name and this is what you want. So this becomes the package. So that's the directory, and this becomes the models. Okay, so this is a simple way to understand what we are doing here. So this is the main model and this is the symbol we are calling. So we can just print out the pi symbol from the math model by just first importing it, then second we just print it out. So to see the output, so we can see we have 3.14 here. So the 3.14 is just how to let's say it's just the value for the math.py, which is the pi symbol. Okay, so let's say we want to find another. Okay, let me move on. We will treat this math statement later. Okay. So we know how to use the import statement, and we said the import statement is used when you want to, let's say, bring a code which is already written from another, let's say, code. Okay, now we know the import statement. We move on to the ask keyword. So the ask keyword is used when, let's say, we have a long word model and you want to make it short, so we just use the ask keyword. So let's say I have something like run, or let's say taking like this. Then I want to make it a shortcut for me to make it simple when you using this model. We just do as then tk. So this what you want to let's say make. This is the shortcut you want to use. So let's say I want to use this shortcut k, or any word. I can do gi, I can do any, so anything that's sensible. So we have made this long model name to a very short model name, so tk. So simple. So in your code, you will just you'll be using the tk. So you just do tk dot something. So let's say you want to use it dot something. Okay, so simple. Okay. Okay, so we know the ask keyword now is used to give a shortcut to the long models we have in Python. So if it's even math, you can just do math. Then if you want to change it to tk, you just do tk. That's all. Okay, so simple. Now we move on to the from statement. Okay, so remember I said we have something like packages, and in calling those, let's say I have a model and that model contain a function. I will just use this from statement to call that function in that model. So let's say I have this math model. So we use this from keyword when we want to call that function or that something inside a model. So let's say from math model import. So import statement is to bring that function to your present model you are working with. So from that math model, import pi. So simple. So the one we use, the math.py, has been given a shortcut here, so we can just do print, then use what we have imported. So pi. So simple. So instead of doing the math.py, so you can see 3.14, so the same answer. So we can see this is a very simple way to use the to use the from and import statement. So the from is used when you want to call something inside a model. So let's say I want to call the pi inside, I want to call the pi inside the math model. I just do from that model import what I want to import. So simple. Okay, so we have this, and this import only one. So we are importing only the pi here. We are importing only this pi. What if you want to import all the let's say the functions inside the math model? We just remove this and put star. So this star, let's say, calls all the functions inside the model. So whatever is inside the math model, it calls it. So this star signifies that it's calling all the functions inside that model, which is a math model. So you can just do the print pi again. Since the pi is in the math model, it should work. So it's working here. So this is a simple way to reuse a code which you have written already. Okay, so now we know how to do the from import with models. Okay, so we move on to the dot. Okay, so the dot is used when you want to use a package and a model. So remember we did something like math. Okay, dot pi. So okay, so let me import the math again. So import, import, then I'll say okay. So import math. So we have imported the math successfully, and when we want to call the function inside the model, we just use the dot here, the dot operator here. So this operator, like let's say when we are calling something from the models, we just do the mad dot there, what the function we want, or the symbol we want, or what is inside the models we want. So simple. So now we know how to work with models. Now we learned about the types of models we have. We said they are the built-in models and the user defined, the packages also, and packages are just directories or folders which contain models. And we have the import statement here, which is used to bring a certain code we already written to our current code. And we have the as is the shortcut form we want to convert. And we have the from statement, which is the let's say we want to use a code inside a previous code we already written, we just call it using the from statement. Okay, then we move on to the star, which we said it's used to call all the functions or all the let's say all the codes inside the model we want to use. Then the dot is used to call the models directly or the functions directly. So as I said, the math dot pi, we are calling the pi directly. Okay, so simple. I think you understand now. This is so simple, and we'll be using these models in our subsequent course, so watch out. So thank you for watching. Subscribe to my video and like this video.